beyond ranking. 2 years ago, they introduced Amazon attribution and beta. So that was their first foray into actually allowing you guys to start to understand, does off Amazon traffic convert? Then last year, I think it was July or August, actually it was August, I think, they introduced the brand referral bonus, which is on average a 10% kickback of all sales from external traffic. So if you bring in $1,000 from Google Ads in August, Amazon's giving you $100 towards your seller fees. So it's 10% back on average. What's funny enough is 1 week before we launched, we didn't even know this was happening. We'd been working with Amazon. They didn't tell us any of this. 1 week before launching, they hit us with, oh, by the way, we're giving subsidized ads to everyone that uses your software. And so that timing worked out really well for our launch. And it created the beginnings of this huge stir of, wait, Amazon's encouraging external traffic. They're paying us to do this. So that was last year. And then this year, they took an even bigger step in our eyes, and they actually changed the architecture on product listing pages to have less competition when you bring in traffic to your product listing page. And what that looks like is this. So on the left-hand side, this is what it looked like in earlier this summer, to where you would bring in traffic through AMP or any other external source. You'd hit your product, but above your product would be a competitive widget where it would show, where Amazon would show unsponsored ads. So they are taking your traffic and then immediately reselling it. All your competition, similar products, and some had more reviews, some had better pricing, some had a lot more reviews. And what happened here was this was funnel leakage. And our CTO actually realized this was happening and looking at all of our customer data and all of our conversion rates, and brought it to our Amazon partner team and said, well, first off, he brought it to me and said, Tyler, look what's happening. We got to get rid of this widget. He's like, I'm going to bring this to Amazon. We're going to get rid of this widget. I was like, that's a waste of time. Like, I know that will help our customers, but like, there's no way you're getting Amazon to change their moneymaker, which is the product listing pages. And, as an entrepreneur, CTO and co-founder, he took on the challenge. And over 7 months, he worked with Amazon through various testing. And in September, I think, they actually removed the competitive widget and they replaced it with what you see here on the right is other products from your brand. So it went from a -1 to a +1, to where now when you bring someone in with properly tagged attribution, they now immediately see your product and they immediately see other products in your brand as well, which immediately and automatically creates cross-sell opportunities. So a huge win, a huge change to product listing pages. I mean, this is where Amazon makes all of their money, right? Other than AWS, right? This is where they make all their money. And for them to actually change that, which we know because we saw the testing, we saw what was going on behind the scenes, this creates less revenue for Amazon, but more revenue for the brands. And it significantly helps conversion rates as well. So this was a huge change and just another step in the direction of Amazon being very, very serious about incentivizing, encouraging, and even helping Amazon brands bring in external traffic. Now, I get this question all the time, like, what do I do now? How do I get this? What do I need to do? This is automatically happens when you bring in traffic with properly tagged external traffic campaigns. You don't have to do anything. All you have to do is make sure your campaigns are tagged correctly. Now, it doesn't happen for on Amazon traffic. Your normal Amazon traffic, you go to Amazon.com, you will see that competitive widget. But if you go to Google first and you click on an ad and a non-Amazon paid for ad, like a brand's ad, or you do it from a social campaign or an email campaign, it's not going to be competitive products. It's going to be your product. So why is Amazon doing this? Why are they paying you guys the brand referral bonus? Why are they changing the architecture on their product listing pages? And the reason is because Amazon knows that when traffic comes to Amazon, they buy products from Amazon. And we actually know this too. When we first started testing, we used what Amazon calls affiliate links. And affiliate links are different than attribution links. And the difference is attribution links show you what products are bought from your brand after the click. Affiliate links show what products are bought on Amazon from anyone on Amazon after the click. And when we actually first started our testing, we used affiliate links. And what we saw was when we would bring in traffic, we'd bring it in for product A. Maybe it bought product A, maybe it bought product B, maybe it bought just another random product from Amazon. But 30% of the time someone clicked on our ads, they would buy something from Amazon. And I can tell you they bought a lot of stuff from Amazon too. It wasn't just one product. And Amazon knows us. So they know if they can get you guys to bring in traffic, hopefully they'll buy your products. But there's 30% chance they're buying a bunch of other stuff from Amazon as well. And so that's the rationale. And that's why they give rank rewards. That's why they give the 10% brand referral bonus, because it's helping you guys, because hopefully you guys can create profitable ads, but they give you those rank rewards too, to basically subsidize and say, hey, you're bringing in high qualified traffic. You're bringing in traffic that's buying stuff from Amazon. They know who's bringing that stream of revenue in. And that's when we see these rank rewards being kicked back to brands. I've seen so many campaigns that have run through our system. A lot of campaigns that don't look great, to be honest, 400, 500% ACoS, but brands come back saying, hey, my ranking's going up, my total sales are increasing, like keep this running. So we know the data, we know the why Amazon's doing this. It's important for you guys as brands, when you start testing external traffic, yes, you want to look at ACoS. It's a great leading indicator, but look at the impact it's having on your total sales. Look at the impact it's having on your ranking, because with external traffic, it's very different than Amazon ads traffic. Amazon treats it so differently. Another reason Amazon's doing this is, they're competing with Shopify, and they know that if they can get those 3 billion product searches that are shopping on Google now, they can likely get them again later, right? As they become Amazon customers. So it's one of their ways to be competitive with Shopify. Think about if you sell on Shopify or BigCommerce or anywhere else, right? You probably have like a 2 or 3% seller fee. I'm not exactly sure where it's at now. On Amazon, you have that 15% seller fee. Well, with the brand referral bonus, that 10% off, you're actually down to a 5% seller fee. So all of a sudden, that is much more competitive to your D2C store. And by the way, Amazon's going to convert a lot better most of the times. So a competitive seller fee plus higher conversion rates is a win-win for you as the brand driving revenue, and for Amazon as they get what they want. So that's the why Amazon's doing this. Now, why should you do this? First off, it's the impact that it can have on your ranking, whether it's a product launch that you're trying to get off the ground and you need some extra juice, or whether it's an established product that you want to go tap another stream of revenue to continue your growth trajectory. Google Ads is a great way to do it, because there's purchase intent behind search terms. When you think about social or like Reddit or Pinterest or anything like that, oftentimes you're pushing your product in front of people that aren't directly asking for it. On Google, you can tap into buying intent. So when someone says, I want a red notebook or a red line notebook, if you sell a red line notebook, they're telling Google they want to buy your product. So now show up right when they're asking for it. It improves your chances of getting those conversions, because you're giving them what they've asked for. Versus Facebook, they're probably looking at pictures of friends and family, and you're trying to push an image in front of them, which can be effective for sure for driving awareness. But for direct conversion rates and bringing people in to Amazon when they have their credit card handy and they're ready to buy, that's when you can have the biggest impact on ranking. Another way is building your brand. I'm going to get into this in a few minutes of how you can actually leverage Google Ads to build your brand. I know that, for a long time, kind of on Amazon, it's a race to the top. How can you sell more products? How can you build and move your product as quickly as possible? But in the last 6 months, 9 months, we just keep hearing this, hey, brand build, brand build, brand build. Amazon's pushing out branding opportunities, right? So now with Google, you have the opportunity to send the traffic anywhere you want on Amazon. And Amazon storefronts are a great opportunity to send it to Amazon where you have good conversion rates, but build out really good storefronts where you can feature your brand and make them transactional. So you can piggyback off those conversion rates that you get on Amazon without any competition. I'm going to show you guys a little bit of that strategy here in a minute. And whether you're interested in Google Ads, or whether you want to do social, or whether you want to do more on Amazon ads, Storefronts are an incredible opportunity to really take that next step as a brand on Amazon. When we first started 2 years ago working with Amazon brands, like at the time, we were always told, yeah, they're Amazon sellers, Amazon sellers. You're not, you guys are Amazon brands. And I think I've heard more and more of that in talking to other software solutions. Like everyone's starting to think of you guys as Amazon brands. And it's important to be able to actually build your brand. So I'm going to show you a little bit of that here in a minute, and how you can leverage that with external traffic as well. Another reason you should seriously consider Google Ads is because you're likely already buying Google traffic at a premium, but you just don't know it. We see this example all the time. It might happen to you, it might not, but play around with it. If you search for your products on Google, see what shows up. Search results are going to vary based on time of day, geolocation, search history, all that stuff. But this happens a lot at times to where on Google iPhone 12 case, this keyword, Amazon themselves, they buy this traffic. And so this is an Amazon campaign. They bought it themselves. They bought it at 13 cents per click. They send that traffic to a search result page on Amazon, and they immediately resell it on these sponsored ads for 98 cents per click. Google is what on average we've seen is about 50% less expensive CPCs than Amazon. And Amazon knows that. So they arbitrage the difference of this, and they get the traffic in that they know is going to convert, but then they're also selling that traffic and taking that difference. So what you can do as a brand is you can actually replace this ad. So instead of Amazon's ad showing up, that quite frankly is a really bad ad. I've heard Amazon spends like $14 billion a year on Google ads. These aren't good ads. They're just kind of spraying campaigns out there because they're arbitraging it. So they're making money on that and they don't really care. But for you guys, you can build a much better ad. You can send it to a much better landing page on Amazon, which is going to give you a better quality score, lower CPCs than Amazon gets, and you're just going to completely replace this so that when someone searches iPhone 12 case, you can show up instead of Amazon and then you buying this traffic at a premium. So a little bit about AMPed, just so you guys can know what we do here. AMPed is a technology solution. It's the fastest, simplest, and most effective way to harness the power of Google, which we just talked about, to improve your Amazon rank and drive sales. We do this with full attribution. So if you qualify for Amazon attribution, which is available for 1P vendors and 3P brand registered sellers in most markets now, Mexico, United States, Canada, I think all of Europe as well, you get access to attribution. And I know they're expanding that to other markets later, but obviously those are mostly the bigger markets right now. And if you qualify for that and you use AMPed, we automatically set up attribution for your Google Ads campaigns. You set up the campaign through our system. We give you a one-track path to creating a really strong campaign. And then we do attribution in 3 really specific ways. First off, attribution across all ASINs. So if you have a larger catalog, you create a campaign for product A, but that customer comes in and buys a different product from your brand, we're able to pick up that conversion, make sure that campaign gets credit for it, make sure you know that that campaign's driving direct conversions. The second thing we do really well is keyword level conversion data. So allowing you to see what keywords are working and what keywords are not working. If you use Amazon attribution by yourself, you just like go into Amazon ads profile, create an attribution tag, and then put it onto a Google Ads campaign. You can see if that campaign converts, but you won't be able to see which keywords are driving those conversions. And you might have 20, 30, 40 keywords in that campaign. So you're flying blind. With our attribution, it's one tag, but we show you in our platform perfectly marrying Google and Amazon data together to reveal what keywords are actually driving those add to carts, what ones are driving those conversions, so you can improve the ACoS over time. And third component is we automatically set up attribution and brand referral bonus. So any revenue that you make from an AMPed campaign, you'll get on average 10% back. And we show that to you in the platform as well, so you can factor it into your decision making. If you're seeing a campaign that gets a 30% ACoS, but you also get a 10% brand referral bonus, that's actually a 20% ACoS campaign. So we make sure you have that visibility, so you know how much Amazon's paying you back on the back end. And this is what it looks like inside our platform. This is Google and Amazon data at a campaign level, married perfectly together. So impressions, clicks, and cost with conversions and revenue, and then your campaign level ACoS. And what's really magical about this is we show you what keywords work. So in this case, 134% ACoS. It's not the end of the world for external traffic because you have that additional value of driving rank. But when you look at the details that AMP provides, you see that this top keyword's actually performing at 34% and 46%. And so those are, much more efficient. So the trick is, now that you have that data, now you just need to move away from these keywords like this one. You spent $100, most of the budget went into this keyword, but it's really not efficient. So pause that keyword. You can do on our platform, push that budget into these top performing keywords. And over time, you're going to be able to improve that quality of traffic coming in, having a bigger impact on ranking, and also bring down that ACoS as well. So the way you can think about this, here's another example, 114% ACoS, but 2, 3, 4, 9% ACoS on these keywords. So the way you can think about this is, when you think about your Amazon ads, you have all the data you need to make the right decisions. Now with AMP, you have that same data set, but for Google ads, the next best search engine in the world for product searches. And so you can now tap into that. Normally, I would want to spend a lot of time kind of training you guys on campaign creation and how to set up a really good campaign. But we actually offer that as part of our AMP service. What we found over the last year and a half of doing this was, we could teach you guys to do it, or we could just do it for you. And we actually just improved our starter plan. So every single AMPed customer that signs up for AMPed, we actually build your first few campaigns for you. And so everyone gets a private onboarding call. We walk you through kind of what to look for, what to expect, how to think about Google ads specifically for your products. And then after that call, you give us your ASINs, and then we go and build your first few campaigns. So if you have a larger catalog, we give you the game plan and the model to, you look at our campaigns and say, okay, I can replicate this for my other products. If you only have a few products, we take care of it for you, and we create all the campaigns and make sure that you're getting that really high quality traffic in. So we actually just upgraded this about a month ago, and really, really excited to be able to do that for all of our brands, because we've just been doing it for so long. We know how to set up a good Google to Amazon campaign, and we want to make sure you guys get it right. So if you guys do decide to use AMPed, make sure you schedule your onboarding call. It's part of the onboard. You sign up for AMPed, you set up your account, and in that flow, you can schedule an onboarding time on our calendar. So definitely make sure you take advantage of that, because it's a huge, huge value add, and you're going to make sure you get at least a few campaigns that are set up to drive the best quality traffic in. So a few things here, and I do want to get into some strategies here so you guys have clear takeaways. If you decide to do Google ads by yourself without AMP, I probably wouldn't recommend it, because getting all the data you need and bringing it all together it's going to be really painful. But if you do decide to, I want to make sure you guys understand how to think about Google ads and how it's different than Amazon ads. With Google, people are searching at all stages of the funnel. I mentioned earlier, there's 9 billion searches per day on Google ads. Well, 3 billion of those are product searches. So right away, you need to use your keyword research to get rid of the 6 billion searches that are not asking for products like yours. So you have to avoid those research-based searches. Contrast that to Amazon. Every keyword is a product purchase decision keyword. That's why you have crazy conversion rates on Amazon. So the most obvious example on this is, we're coming up on Q4. I'm sure a lot of folks on this call can probably get away with bidding on a keyword on Amazon, like gift ideas for dad or gift ideas for mom, and it might convert on Amazon. You're probably going to have a super low click-through rate, but when people click on it, they might buy it. If you do those keywords on Google ads, I guarantee you're going to waste all your money. So stay away from gift ideas, because that is literally like the definition of a research-based term, right? Instead, if your gift is, let's call it like scented soap or something, your keywords need to be scented soap or flower scented soap or scented soap for men, or what, like something so specific to the product. Because what we're doing on Google is we're trying to show an ad when people are asking specifically for my product. So make sure you kind of think through that as you pick your keywords. You got to be at the bottom of the funnel, and you need to avoid the middle and top of the funnel keywords. The other thing that's different about Google ads versus Amazon ads is the ad copy. On Amazon ads, there's really not that much ad copy that you need to play with. With Google, it's such an important component. And one of the reasons we actually started doing campaign builds for all of our customers was because we saw people struggling with ad copy. It's marketing, so we understand the nature and kind of people's guts instincts saying, okay, let's build out a really enticing ad. You don't want a really enticing ad with Google ads because it's paid per click. You want to use your ad copy to qualify that traffic. So if your product is scented soap, and it happens to be, let's just call it a cinnamon scented soap bar, those are the keywords. You're going cinnamon soap, soap for men, whatever it is, scented soap, very specific. But in your ad copy, you need to qualify it even further. Is the soap for men or women? Okay, if it's for men, make sure the ad copy clearly says cinnamon scented soap for men, right? You're qualifying the scent. So if someone searches scented soap on Amazon and maybe in their head they're thinking lavender, and they see your ad that says cinnamon, they know not to click on your ad. And that's a huge win for you, because if they're not looking for cinnamon soap, they shouldn't click on your ad. We see it all the time where people will make like ad copy that says like best price, buy now, shop online, like kind of clickbaity terms, which we get the instinct because it is marketing, but you don't want to do it with Google. You want to do everything you can to qualify it, basically like stopping just short of saying, do not click on this ad unless you are ready to buy. Obviously, we're not going that far, but that's kind of what you need to be thinking about, is you're using the ad copy to qualify. And then the landing page, it can be your product listing page or an Amazon storefront, but whatever page you send it to on Amazon needs to fully align with the ad copy and the keywords so that they know exactly what they're getting. And when they land there, now you're selling them. You've qualified them with the keywords in the ad copy. Now that landing page, you're doing everything you can to sell that traffic. So key takeaways here, and I didn't even mention this, but like, don't just use your Amazon ad keywords and plug them into Google ads. We see people doing this all the time, and usually it's a recipe for disaster because of how the difference between people searching Google and Amazon. You need to do keyword research and see how are people searching Google for your product. AMP helps with that, obviously, with our campaign builds. But if you're doing this outside of AMP, you're going to try it on your own, make sure you spend the time to use Google's keyword planner or other resources to understand how are people searching for your product. Google ACoS can be equal to Amazon ACoS. It can be better. We've definitely seen that in some situations, but it's not really the expectation. $1 usually goes into Amazon ads. You have to pay Amazon ads, right? $2, Google ads is a great option for it. But because it's $2, we usually don't try to set the expectation that if you're getting a 10% ACoS on Amazon, that you're going to see a 5 or 10% ACoS on Google. You could. It's definitely worth trying to get, but it might be a little bit higher. But because it's external traffic, Amazon treats it differently, and Amazon knows that external traffic is going to convert at a lower rate. And then the third part, find those transactional keywords. Find it when people are searching specifically for your product. Show up then. Don't show up when people are searching for gift ideas or in that browsing stage of the funnel. And then a quick example of the difference, another example of the difference here is, this is like, in my mind, this is a really clear-cut example. On the right-hand side, we obviously have Amazon search results, and on the left-hand side, we obviously have Google search results. So if I'm a marketer and maybe I want to market this wooden salt and pepper shaker on Google, on Amazon, I can bid on terms like salt and pepper shaker, and someone can just browse through here. And if they want a wooden one, they'll browse through until they find it, and they'll click on it and they'll buy it. And this image is doing a lot to qualify that traffic. Whereas on Google, if I search as a consumer now, if I search salt and pepper shaker and mentally I'm thinking, I want a wooden salt and pepper shaker, I have no idea if any of these are wooden. So what am I going to do? I'm going to click on this ad. Oh, not wooden. I'm going to bounce out. I'm going to click on this ad. Nope, not a wooden one. I'm going to bounce out. I'm just going to keep going through until I find one that meets my liking. Where is if the marketer had said, okay, I'm only going to bid on keywords around wooden salt and pepper shaker, and then I search wooden salt and pepper shaker, they give me an ad that says wooden salt and pepper shaker, all of a sudden I've qualified. And when I click on it, I know that's going to be a wooden salt and pepper shaker. I'm so much lower in that funnel, and the conversion rates are going to be significantly higher if you guys do those kind of practices when you pick your keywords and when you set your ad copy. Okay, so that was a lot on the Google Ads side there. Hopefully that was helpful, allowing you guys to kind of reset in terms of thinking about Google versus Amazon. I do want to get to this. I know we're kind of running through a lot of time here, so I'm going to go through this a little bit quickly. But brand building is obviously becoming a very important component of being successful on Amazon, whether it's just having that brand credibility to improve conversion rates, whether you eventually want to sell your brand. Aggregators pay a lot more if there's brand
Tyler,
awareness.
just for 1 quick second, I'll just jump in and just, I mean, that is like awesome info, right, for everybody. And I love actually the perspective you shared about competing with Shopify from an Amazon perspective, because that makes total sense. I hadn't even thought about that. And then tying in this kind of the brand referral, how that can really kind of reduce, essentially reduce the fee you're paying on Amazon. But on top of everything else, no, it's just super interesting discussion, and it really builds upon, like you said, the conferences people have been at and things we've been talking about, and you guys are the best in the industry at this stuff. So anyways, just wanted to pause for the quick second there to acknowledge that. And so by all means, keep going, and definitely appreciate this info. Yeah,
definitely. It gave me a second to clear my throat here. You can tell I'm kind of losing it. But yeah, I mean, just going off what you said, Amazon's smart, right? Like there's a reason they are incentivizing you to do stuff, right? But it is cool when you're selling on Amazon that these incentives are becoming pretty serious. I mean, when you add up the impact it can have on rank plus a 10% kickback, all of a sudden, like that is a big value add for people selling on Amazon. So going into the brand building side, this is a part that I get really excited about because it does help your conversion rates off of Amazon. So this is coming through a lens of external traffic for sure, but you also want to be successful with your on Amazon traffic. And some of these strategies here that I'm about to walk through can help you for both on Amazon and off Amazon. What we know from 6+, 7+ years of working with large enterprise D2C companies is when they build Google Ads campaigns and they send it to their D2C store, yes, they put a lot of work into their ad copy. Yes, they do a lot of work onto optimizing the keywords, but the majority of their work is not on the Google Ads side. The majority of the work is on their landing page experience. So if you look into a larger D2C Google Ads account, the traffic's not going to their homepage. The traffic's not going to product page most of the time. The traffic's going to a custom built landing page that they're constantly A/B testing to see how traffic is interacting with. And they're spending millions of dollars deciding, do I get better conversion rates if my call to action's here or here? Or if the call to action button is green or red, right? And they spend millions of dollars on, how do you optimize a landing page? And with Amazon storefronts, there's an incredible opportunity for Amazon brands to now leverage learnings of D2C stores, but act a little bit like a D2C store as well. So what this looks like with Google Ads specifically is a standard AMP campaign is going to go to a product listing page. This is what an AMP campaign looks like here. Someone searches scented candles. Your ad is going to look like Amazon.com is paying for it, but it's actually your ad. You're just able to piggyback off the domain. Obviously helps with conversion rates. And when someone says best scented candles, you can build an ad that says best scented candles, and it's going to go to your product listing page, which is a good page to land it on for sure. There are downsides of a product listing page, even though Amazon removed the competitive widget at the top, which is very important because it removed the competition above the fold. You're going to hear me say above the fold. Some of you might know about this as more of a D2C language, but above the fold is having call to actions. When someone lands on a page, they see it and they don't have to scroll down the page. So if you go to a product listing page, you don't have much competition above the fold. However, most Amazon consumers know, hey, let me scroll down a little bit and check pricing, check reviews, and there's a lot of similar products down here. A lot of similar products. And this is basically what we call it is funnel leakage. People come to your page, they like your product, but there's a lot of distractions here. Amazon storefronts present an incredible opportunity to have that same ad, but sending it to your own location, your own aisle within Amazon, still having it be Amazon. So there's still the credibility, but no competition, and you can still make it transactional. So in this case, Yankee Candle, they have a very good D2C presence. They have a great retail presence, and they have a great Amazon presence. They know what they're doing. In this case, they have all of their scented candles lined up with add to cart buttons. And guess what happens? Someone Googles scented candles, they get an ad that says best scented candles. They land on this page. Do you think they're going to buy just one of these? Or do you think they're going to scroll through and go add to cart? Ooh, add to cart. Oh, add to cart. If you make it easy for consumers to buy your products and put it in their cart, they're going to do it, right? So what we teach with our brands is storefronts do a lot of things really well. First off, they insulate you from your competition. So that alone gets rid of funnel leakage, meaning you're going to improve your conversion rates. It provides more buying options. So if you have a larger catalog, you can cross-sell or you can even upsell as well. Maybe someone comes in on one product and you have a similar product, but it's bundled, and you can tease them with a bigger bundled package or something. Great opportunity. You can't really do that on product listings because you don't have a lot of control on product listing pages. Storefronts, you can completely customize them to how you want them to look. And then it's also an opportunity to gain brand followers. So when you look at Yankee Candle, there's that follow button, right? You guys have the follow button as well. Anyone that hits that follow button, Amazon allows you to market to. They allow you to send messages to all of your followers. That gives you the opportunity to resell people that already like your brand. That gives you the opportunity to send new products to people that already like your brand, making product launches easier. I know this is a newer feature, and there's definitely been some kinks with it from what I've heard from a lot of our brands. But think about it this way. Amazon's doing everything they can to get you guys to bring in more traffic. Why? Because they know that that traffic's going to buy something from Amazon. Amazon knows that if people follow your brand, they're going to buy more products from you. So I can guarantee you a year from now, 2 years from now, Amazon's going to have this follow button working like a charm, and conversion rates on those messages are going to be incredible because people have told you they like your products. Now you can give them drip emails, drip messages to resell them and help your product launches. So we definitely encourage folks to send traffic there and have a little arrow. I'll show you what it looks like that points to that follow button to try to drive that. But it is super important if you are going to do category pages. This is called a product grid section in your Amazon storefront. If you go to our website, we have a help center which has a lot of information on how to do Google Ads the right way. But we also have information on how to set up an Amazon storefront. And we actually have screenshots from the settings. So you guys can do this yourself. Amazon's done a pretty good job with their storefronts where they've made it drag and drop and pretty easy to move and customize the design on the storefronts. But if you use product grid section, you need to enter the list of products manually. If you do it by search, attribution can get thrown off because the way that the attribution works. So make sure if you're going to use external traffic and send it to a product grid page, a category page, make sure you enter the products in the settings manually by entering a list, and then it will work like a charm. So this is something that we always recommend is put a little arrow. You put it in your banner and you upload that banner into your A+ content or your storefront, and then use that as your banner. It points to the follow button. This is like just very old school brand building stuff that people have done on Facebook to build Facebook groups for years. It works on Amazon as well. We're up for Scaled Partner of the Year for Amazon. We're like hundreds of companies applied. We're one of the finalists, and we're going to find out at Amazon Unboxed in 2 weeks. So fingers crossed. But one of the case studies we did that got us nominated for that award was getting more followers on your storefront. And we know that this, if you put a little arrow here, it's going to improve the number of people that actually hit that button, because a lot of Amazon customers don't really know about it yet. So make sure you drive awareness and make sure it's super easy to get people to follow. And this is what it looks like right now. This may be changing as Amazon improves it, but anyone that follows your brand, you can send a message that looks like this to all of your followers. And I mean, personally, if I follow a brand that I like and I get a message like this, and there's that call to action button right there, I'm a sucker. I'll buy it, right? So this gives you the opportunity to do this to people who like your brand and follow your brand. So that's really what I wanted to cover. I know we got, I think, 15 or so minutes. So definitely want to leave some space for any questions that people might have, whether it's the brand building side, whether it's Google Ads, whether it's AMPs. But hopefully both the Google Ads side and the brand building storefront settings was helpful there.
Yeah, super helpful. And
Jamie, you might be muted there. Looks like you might be talking.
Oh, am I muted now?
No, you're good now. I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, it's just a delayed, I guess. But yeah, no, that was super helpful and interesting. I know. Let's take a look to Joe. Do you see any questions or anything? And so Joe, you put the link to for people that want to leverage AMPs, right, in the chat?
I did. Yeah. Here's the link again. Yeah. You guys should all see it in the chat. And if you have any questions, you can start putting them in the chat. There's the link. I just put it in there.
Awesome. Yep. Ben says definitely we'll check out more. Sweet. Joey, thoughts or, and again, guys, feel free to throw in any questions you guys may have. I know, again, it's a really powerful topic. I
think one of the huge takeaways and questions I always get around Google Ads, and we've been talking about Google Ads, is the ability to actually track with keywords. And so that was one of the reasons I was so excited for you to come on, because as far as I know, you're the only really partnered company with Amazon that you're able to do that. And so that's what makes it very unique, something you can't do on your own. Like as I create my Google Ads, I can't just track my keywords to really drill down and know what's converting. And the reason you want to know that is because it saves you money, it optimizes your listing, and it gives you a better ranking score on Google and on Amazon, which in return will save you more money because you're going to be ranked higher.
Yep, that's exactly it. It's that keyword level data that makes all the difference. I also personally think it's the technology standpoint, it's the keywords. Like you need the keywords to do it right. And then from just like the customer success standpoint, being able to build your first few campaigns for you, so you have the model to scale out, is something that we take a lot of pride in. It's definitely not inexpensive for us to build campaigns for folks and to do so many, but it's something that we know that if we do the upfront effort in the first month or so to get folks on the right path and to get the right traffic coming in, that's going to set them up for success in the long run.
Yes. Matt's asking, do you get keyword rank love from Amazon based on the Google keyword that a customer clicked on?
No, you don't. And that's actually the best part about this, to be honest with you, Matt. It's unfortunate there is a little bit of noise, I think, in the industry where we've heard other folks say that it does matter what Google keywords you do. It does not. There's a big black wall between Amazon and Google, and they can't see what's going on the other side of that wall. And what makes it great is it allows you guys to piggyback off of low-hanging fruit. One of the things we always look for, and we always teach our brands, is to look for Amazon-related keywords. So for example, I know people search iPhone case Amazon on Google. Like they type Amazon into Google because they're too lazy to go to Amazon.com and then search there. So that traffic's already going to Amazon. If you show an ad on that, you're going to get that click and you're going to funnel it straight to your product listing. So first off, it just improves conversion rates because they're already going to buy on Amazon. But if someone's searching iPhone case Amazon on Google, I mean, that's not a 30% conversion rate for Amazon. That's pretty darn close to 100% that they're going to buy something from Amazon. So being able to pick whatever keywords you want on Google and send them through your product listing without Amazon knowing what keywords it was is actually a pretty big advantage.
That's awesome. Another question. So if I understand, you rank this above PPC from a conversion point of view, is this proven? Oh, I might have read that wrong. Does that make sense?
Maybe I'll try to answer it. And Osama, if I don't answer it, just message in again and let me know. But Amazon ads is $1. Like we tell everyone, like $1 goes into Amazon ads. $2, Google ads is a really good candidate for it because there's the search intent for it and because of how much Amazon values external traffic. So we definitely recommend spend on Amazon ads. And then now as you expand, as you kind of round out your marketing stack, because you need multiple channels, to really build a brand, Google ads is a really good location to seriously consider. Now, it's not for every product. Like that's one of the things like we are very clear about it at AMP is a lot of products are really well suited for Google, but not every product is. If you're selling a product, say you're selling it's so hard to think of examples on the fly, but say you're selling like a lavender candle gift basket or something like that, that's like very specific and no one's searching for your specific product on Google, you shouldn't be advertising there because no one's asking Google for it. But if Google's asking for your product, if people are typing into Google for your product, you should be showing up there. Yep, baby diaper bag. There's an example. I can pretty much guarantee you people are Googling on Google baby diaper bags. And if you have the opportunity to show up when they're asking for them and send them to your listing, it's a good opportunity to get really good traffic in there. Even products like that where it's kind of cut and dry, I don't know for certain. That we'd have to do some keyword research, but I imagine people are Googling baby diaper bag Amazon. It's a very transactional term, and Amazon, they can get you that product in probably an hour. So I saw a question there from Albert. Does AMP help people launch new products?
Yeah.
We definitely have a lot of use cases for product launches. The two main use cases that we have are established products and product launches. So if you're in that honeymoon period, it's something that, if people are asking Google for your product, it's a really good idea to be funneling that traffic through your listing during the honeymoon period. Usually we recommend, and where we've seen the biggest impact is those first 3 or so months of however long that honeymoon period is for your product, send it straight to that product listing and have very, very product specific keywords. If people are asking Google for it, send them to your listing. And then for more established products where it's established on Amazon, hundreds of reviews, thousands of reviews, that's when we recommend more so, hey, send it to a really well-designed Amazon storefront. And that's when you can really drive more direct conversions. For product launches, we do try to set the expectation, like, you're probably not going to see an incredible ACoS from Google ads, but it can have a pretty big impact on ranking, especially during that honeymoon period. If you can just set aside $10 a day to bring in quality traffic from Google and just you're constantly feeding external traffic into the A9 ranking algorithm, we've seen it be pretty impactful during that honeymoon period.
Chase is saying, so AMP can get Amazon conversions and send it to Google ads. How?
Yeah, so we don't send it to Google ads, we send it to the AMP platform, and in AMP, we stitch it together with Google data. So we basically bring all the data into our platform. Technically, we could send it to Google ads, but it's against Amazon's terms of service to push conversion data into Google due to privacy reasons. So instead, we work with Amazon to push it into our platform, and we work with Google to push Google data into our platform and stitch it all together. So you have all the visibility that you need to see inside of our platform. And the how, a little bit's the special sauce, but really what it is it's the ability for our technology to accurately communicate to both Amazon and Google and bring it together. And it is, to be clear too, like we are piggybacking off of and leveraging Amazon attribution. that's certainly the foundation. And then we take it to the next level.
That's awesome. There was one question about the starting budget, and you kind of mentioned like, you know, $10 a day, but that was a question. What's a good starting budget with this kind of campaign?
Yeah. So usually we recommend $15 per day. That's kind of our generic out of the box recommendation. And the reason we recommend that is if it's a product launch, $10 is fine because you're just more about the consistently sending external traffic in. But for more established products, it's $15 a day. And the reason why is because you need to collect the data. Most Amazon brands do not have historical keyword level data on Google Ads. So you have to collect it. And so what we teach all of our brands is it's 2 to 3 months. It's the first month you're collecting the data and you're understanding, okay, what keywords work, what keywords don't work. And then month 2, you're starting to hone in on the most efficient keywords. And from month 2 and month 3 on, you're focusing in and pushing all that budget to the good keywords. If you do less than $15 a day, it's just going to take you longer to collect the critical mass of data that you need. If you do more than $15 a day, you risk kind of just pushing money and not learning fast enough. So we really recommend be conservative, test it, take your time, understand what's working, and then double down on what's working. One of the things we get a lot is, people will start and 2 weeks in, they'll say, I don't know. And, they'll start to ask us questions and whatnot. Google Ads is not something where it's just like selling on Amazon. You probably didn't start selling on Amazon and 2 weeks in, you were doing really well. It took time to learn. Google Ads is a new channel. So you need about 1 to 2 months to learn. And then from then on, you can start doubling down, looking at the data and making the right decisions there.
Osama had a follow-up question on that. Is it 15 a day for how long? Is it like 3 months, 6 months?
Yeah. So what I always say is, because we get the question of, hey, what ACoS can I expect from Google Ads? I can't tell you what your ACoS is going to be without historical data. But if you run it for 2 to 3 months, I can then tell you pretty clearly what your ACoS is going to be and how impactful it's going to be. So it's really 2 to 3 months at $15 a day. And the data is going to tell you just how effective Google Ads is going to be for your business. Question here, does an amped customer use the Google Ads interface to run manage Google Ads, or are the ads created within Amped? Great question, Tracy. The ads are created inside of Amped. So if you've never used Google Ads before, you create the campaign in Amped that automatically sets up attribution tracking and automatically gives you all the data that you need. And then you can do all the optimizations that you need to do inside of Amped. If you do have historical Google Ads experience and you want to do more advanced optimizations, the ads are pushed into your Google Ads platform. So you can go into the ads platform and make some optimizations there. But most of the optimizations, pretty much all the optimizations you need to do are pulled right into Amped, and you can change ad copy, set max CPCs, add keywords, pause keywords, change budget, change file destination URL. Everything you need to do is going to be right inside the Amped platform. You're welcome, Tracy.
Yeah, really good questions. Yeah, this is fun. Well, cool. I know Tyler, you're based where, out in Seattle as well too, or where are you located?
Yep, we're out in Seattle. We're pretty well surrounded by Amazon buildings out here.
That's awesome.
Right in the belly of the beast.
Yeah, that's cool. And you're going to the Unboxed. Are you going to the Unboxed event, you said?
Yep. Yeah, we were at Amazon Accelerate a few weeks back, which was in Seattle, which was very nice to do a conference in your own city. But we'll also be at Unboxed, which is actually it's next week. Yeah, it's a week from tomorrow, I think, starts.
Yes.
So we'll be out there
next week. Yep, exactly. So awesome. Well, hey everyone, hopefully you guys, let me know in the chat. You guys, obviously Tyler was willing to come share this information with all of us, which I think is really exciting stuff. Let me know if this was helpful for you guys. If maybe we get these guys come back and do a follow-up down the road when you guys are further into it. I'm just looking at the comments. Cody says, thank you. Lita says, thank you guys. Matt Atkins, that's flowing in here. Lana, thank you, Tyler. Yeah, definitely great info. Osama says, thank you. Chad. What's up, Chad? Awesome info. Yeah, you can see this was Juan says thank you. So really, really powerful stuff, man. And Tyler, you do a great job of kind of breaking it down in without overdoing like the techno babble. Like it can get pretty technical in reality, this stuff, but you kind of really make it understandable for all of us. So yeah, Albert says great info. Awesome. Yeah, really, really great. Joey, any final thoughts as well?
No, it was awesome. Really appreciate you coming on with the latest and greatest updates. So hopefully, I know there'll be a lot more changes. So hopefully you'll be willing to come back when there's new updates.
Yeah, definitely. And one thing I actually forgot is November 4th, Amazon's actually hosting a webinar for Amped, and they're actually going to be emailing every single 3P brand registered seller in the US. So look for an email because Amazon's going to be emailing you guys about Amped. And Joey and Jamie, I can get you the information for that webinar as well. If you guys can join yourselves, if you guys want to invite anyone else, I can make sure I get you guys that information here because that webinar is coming up here pretty soon.
Yeah, that's awesome. Congrats. Yeah, send that over.
That also definitely makes me think, Tyler, is that you guys, we put the link in there. Joey, I just recopied what Joey put in there. But if you're interested in looking into them, I would jump on it before Amazon hits up every single FBA seller, and they don't have time for us anymore. But so it's a good opportunity to catch them before the massive tidal wave hits Amped as well too. So
awesome, yeah. And when you guys sign up, I actually do some of our onboardings as well. So if you do sign up and your onboardings with me, make sure you let me know that you were on this webinar so we can bond over it.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, let us know with Joey on here, Matt, myself, because we like to try to pull all this together to help you guys be successful for everyone here. So by all means, if you're obviously working with Amped, we'll kind of try to work alongside with you. And Joey's really into Google Ads a lot too. It was a big part of her success with her brand. And so, yeah, we're excited to kind of bring this channel to life for a lot of you guys, and really appreciate Tyler, you and your team as well too. So awesome, man.
Awesome. Yeah. Thanks so much for having me.
All right.
See you guys later.
Thanks everyone. Good night.